Okay, so there are some other, I guess, pretty important things in probability. So probability, you can split it into really kind of two types of probability. One is called the empirical probability. That is one. And another is something called the theoretical probability. And these two things are very similar, but the way you measure them is different. So empirical, does anyone know what the word empirical means?
This is like a standard.
Like standards or?
Like standard as in like normal.
Not exactly, but that is, yeah, kind of related to that. Basically, empirical just means like, I don't know, like if in your science classes, whether or not you talk about like experiments, empirical kind of means that you determine something based on experiments. It's like it's experimentally determined. So empirical probability is basically measured by what happens if you actually simulate the event. It's like, for example, it's like empirical probability is like measuring a probability by like simulating an event. So as an example, or let me first like talk about theoretical probability as well. Theoretical probability is kind of like when you use math and you like actually do the math and you calculate out a concrete number. Like that is what theoretical probability is. So like when we talked about flipping a coin, right? So if we go back to our example of flip a coin, the theoretical probability we said was 50%. This is the theoretical probability. But empirically, basically, again, empirical, you can think of empirical as like meaning experiment. Okay, so like if you empirically determine the probability, it means you do it through experiments, through simulations. Right? Simulation is just basically you simulate the process. Then the empirical probability is what you would get if you were to take this coin and you were to flip it like 1,000,000 times and then measure how many of those times gave a heads, for example.